Good morning, Leo. Welcome back to Steampunk Psyche. If you are a returning subscriber, I want to say thank you so much for sticking with this community. If you're brand new to the channel, I'm JT. We're going to do a general reading again today, but before we do, I have your 3 poems from Haiku Corner. Okay, Leo, we are going to do a general reading. Keep in mind, these are just energy, just cards. But close your eyes and think about what it is you want to know, okay? We're going to let the cards reveal to us a story. I'm not going to give you some kind of a placated answer with just 3 cards. We're going to go through the shuffle and get started on your reading, okay? Excuse me. All right, we're going to take a look at your present energy, Leo. We're going to look at your crossing challenge. We're going to look at the foundation, what may be lying underneath in the subconscious mind. We're going to look at the recent past. We're going to take a look at the possibilities for you, the near future. We're going to look at the self, how you're showing up in this. We're going to look at the environment around you, the hopes, fears, wishes, or worries. We will end up with a outcome and direction, and I'll clarify the cards along the way. Okay, this camera kind of wants to bounce in and out, but it will steady up when I get the cards laid, and I will show you the cards up close. Okay, Leo, in your present energy, we have the King of Wands, okay? And your crossing challenge, the Ace of Pentacles. In the foundation, we have the Ace of Swords. A lot of movement, a lot of energy right now. In the recent past, the 8 of Cups. In the possibilities, the King of Cups. In the near future, we have the 4 of Pentacles. In the self, how you're showing up, we have the Judgment. In the environment around you, we have the 5 of Wands. Hopes, fears, wishes, or worries, we have the Star. And in the outcome and direction, we have the Ace of Wands. Okay, Leo. That's the spread. Let's see what we got going on here. King of Wands energy, that's you. Feeling romantic, feeling passionate, feeling the need for love. Of course, who wouldn't? Let me just take a look at this for just a second here. Okay. Looking for love. At least that balance. Excuse me. Looking for balance, looking for peace, looking for, that King of Wands energy, a new exploration. This could be a new relationship, something just started. Maybe somebody's involved or just got your eye on somebody. Not really sensing yet whether this is feminine or masculine, but I do feel the passion, the fire. So that's more of a masculine energy, but it could be directed towards a masculine. Somebody's on your mind that maybe somebody you work with. Your crossing challenge is the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. So I'm thinking maybe this might be somebody you work around, somebody you know. Been a little flirtatious going on, something taking place at the workplace, or I don't know. I'm gonna keep going though. I'm gonna keep going. In your foundation, we got the Ace of Swords. So you're needing some clarity. Maybe you're looking into this person. You're maybe trying to figure out who they are, what they represent. Okay, the Ace of Swords is a clarity card, so communication. That's in your foundation. Maybe you're like, this is too good to be true. I don't know. Like, yeah. The reason I say that is because your following card in the recent past shows this Eight of Cups energy. Okay, so it's kind of like you've walked away from shit that doesn't emotionally fulfill you. You know, you're just like done. You know, I don't need that in my life. But there's something that sparked some kind of interest. Yet your present energy is this, you know, the Knight. Did I say King earlier? There's the Page. I'm sorry, it's the Page. I gotta get some glasses. It's early in the morning for me right now. Give me a break. Yeah, the Page, but it's still the same explanation. The exploration new. There's a romance. There's some kind of romantic idea. Even the idea of exploring into this idea of having another relationship, I think it kind of lights your fire a little bit. But what I'm saying is, yeah. So in the recent past, there's just been, and this could be representing, walking away from a relationship before, because something it just didn't match you. And I kind of do have that sense that, with the Ace of Swords and your underlying energy, you're smarter than that now. You've been to the pony show, been to the relationship show. I done that shit, done it. I'm not going to do that again. But so there may be a real sense of this is a new thing with that Page of Wands energy. So yeah, all right. So in the possibilities, hopes, fears, in the possibilities section, you do have the King of Cups. So there is definitely the potential for this relationship to expand, or at least an exchange of emotions. It could be getting really passionate, really, or at least maybe I feel like this is the hopes that you have for that. Like I would like to see this thing move forward. I would like to see, um, I don't know, like to see where this goes, right? Something about this person, the energy that you have. I think it makes you a little tingly, makes you wonder, right? But I think you're still a little guarded about the past relationship scenario. You're not you're looking for red flags, things like that. Yeah. So in the near future, that's why I say that, because you have that Four of Pentacles. You're still kind of holding on to past situations, and I don't blame you. I mean, who would, right? We don't want to. This kind of reminds me of that repeating, 365, just over and over again, repetitive. I fall for the same kind of guys. I fall for the same kind of women. Not that I'm trying to put anybody down. I'm just saying a lot of people haven't worked on themselves. A lot of people are just going through the motions. So I kind of feel like there's this back and forth energy with you that's like, I want to make sure that I'm not doing this under the guise of just straight up, I'm horny. Forgive me. That's what I mean, though. It's like, that's all well and good. It's fun, right? But you've been down that road before, and I need somebody that's emotionally fulfilling, which is why that King of Cups shows up in your energy, right? In the possibilities area, because you want somebody who's emotionally fulfilled. And your recent past was the Eight of Cups, meaning you walked away from people that no longer emotionally fulfilled you. So you're hopeful that this situation is that way, okay? Now we're going to move on into the self, how you're showing up. And that's exactly what I've been saying. It's this judgment scenario. It's like you're not necessarily being hard on yourself, but you're trying to make sure that you are in high intuition, that you're in your own power, that you understand. And I feel like you do know this, that you're just safeguarding yourself, the potential for a catastrophic relationship, or a potential for a wonderful, beautiful, reciprocated relationship. Okay. Now, in the environment around you, there seems to be, this is indicative of, let's say, a chaos or a turmoil. But we could be just talking about the emotional side. This has got you stirred. Like, there's a little bit of fire passion with that page of wands, right? Also in the hopes section of King of Cups of this being a really, really cool relationship. This could be something, right? And so the mind is playing games and tricks with you, and a little bit of restlessness, chaos, not, trying to gain control over your emotions, right? And so that's kind of what it feels like the train's getting started, and that once the momentum gets started, can I control myself? Can I remain sovereign? Can I remain in a place where I'm not wearing a mask? Trying to be authentic, your authentic self, which makes sense in that hopes, fears, wishes, and worries section, why the star card is showing up. Okay. That is complete balance. That is that, like I said, I want to make sure that I'm taking care of me, that I'm looking after myself, that I don't allow parts of me to be drained into a particular person, that I can remain sovereign. All the 7 stars, little stars, represent the chakra center. So it's kind of keeping that spiritual balance, along with the your grounded side, or earth side, right? And I feel like that is why that star card, is out there for that particular situation. Could be talking about Aquarius energy there too. So, take it as it resonates. Outcome and direction, Ace of Wands. So there is not only the idea of emotional clarity that you're going to understand what this relationship is. Okay, it's like you've been doing the mind battle, right? And you need that clarity because if you'll remember your present foundation in the subconscious mind, in the knowing side, you're definitely needing clarity. Okay, your quest is clarity before I move forward with any kind of relationship, anything pertains to the heart space, right? You're in that seeking kind of a energy. The Ace of Wands could definitely represent a passion, a new romance, or something like that, or just getting new batteries for your toy. I'm sorry, that was rude. Or at least a new charger for it. I don't know. But you definitely got the Ace of Wands here. So, okay, all jokes aside, but I do feel like the energy is just really telling me that this is a person. This is a person who's been there before, and yeah, it's like I fall in love fast. I don't want to repeat that same mistake. And in your little questions, this is during the day. This is while you're working. This is while you're trying to not think about this person. Your mind is chattering to you and speaking to you, and excuse me. And yeah, so it's saying things like, I just got to make sure that I'm not overgiving. I need to make sure that I'm paying attention to what does this person talk about? What are their deepest kind of concerns about life? How do they feel about spirituality? How do they feel, are they grounded? Are they the supportive type? Are they emotionally grounded? Are they, all of these questions that are running through your mind? I can just imagine, right? Which is a good thing, you know. It's a good thing that you're paying attention. That's a very mature, that's a very mature approach. So what I would like to do is I would like to clarify this page of wands, your present energy. Okay. Well, actually, I think I would like to, yeah, let's do the Ace of Wands. Okay. Let's find out definitely what that Ace of Wands is representing here for your outcome and your direction. What does this Ace of Wands represent, universe? What more information do they need to know? That's too many cards. Can't do that. What does Leo need to know about this Ace of Wands outcome and direction? Okay. I'm here, card. Queen of Cups. So we're clarifying the Ace of Wands and the Queen of Cups shows up. Yeah, I think it's more intuition, making sure that you're, the Queen of Cups represents ebb and flow. Okay, her gown is adorned with it kind of looks like a waterfall. It's meant to represent water flowing. Okay, and so it's that ebb and flow of staying balanced, staying in your lane. Intuition and mystery is hidden in that cup, right? And so there's curiosity, and it's like childlike curiosity, right? And so I feel like that is the takeaway from the Queen of Cups in this situation. Don't forget to enjoy the way it makes you feel, right? And I understand that you're trying to safeguard yourself. I understand you're trying to protect your boundaries, which, if you think about it, isn't that resistance? If you're constantly in the mindset that I want to make sure I want to make sure this, all those things, that is a resistive state. And so it kind of tells me that um, there's a nervousness and there's a scaredness, and that's not going to allow you to be authentic, is it? Because you're constantly thinking about that. And I mean, no disrespect, but that's wearing a mask. That's doing a performance for someone. And I know it may sound like, well, how the hell could that be a performance when I'm trying to safeguard myself from like emotionally moving forward and all that? It's because you are preparing. It's like a prepared kind of a mindset. Listen, you have the star card, okay? You have the Ace of Swords as your current, in the foundation. So your mind is already doing that for you. And so lighten up, give yourself some slack, give yourself the ability to enjoy a romance or to enjoy a new situationship, or if this is light, if this is just dating, or if this is just talking, stay in your lane. Stay, if you're a morning coffee drinker or whatever, and go for coffee, something simple. Keep it light. Don't try to look into the future of anything. Always stay present in this now position. I think is why you had the star card, as your hopes, fears, wishes, or worries. So yeah, I feel like your final outcome here is allow for the mystery, allow that childlike energy to continue to manifest. Because I feel like your mindset is already in the Girl Scout, Boy Scout kind of mind frame, being prepared, right? So have fun, Leo. I love you so much. I hope this was just confirmation for you. I hope that you don't need validation to feel love. You don't need anything like that. You just be yourself, remain sovereign, and anyway, if you enjoyed the video, thumb it up, would you? If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscription button and make sure your notification's on so you can get some more videos, okay? I love you, Leo. I appreciate you, and I hope I get to see you on the next readings, okay? All right. Bye-bye.